Hello and welcome to Sing It With Me Now. Miranda reads the International Book Along List. Boop, 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 boop. It's back, baby! Yes, despite all my best intentions to read more from my TBR and the bazillion other things that I want to be reading right now, I am trying to read all of the books from the long list for the International Book Prize 2025. I have so far read 3. I'm in the process of reading one other one, and I'm going to do my best to finish the whole damn list and review them as I go, because that's fun. And I want to talk about these books because from what I've read so far, very interesting. So the first of these books that I read, and the first that I'm going to be talking about today, is A Leopard-Skin Hat by Serre, translated from French by Mark Hutchinson. As far as I know, Serre has written quite a few other books in French. This was first published in 2008. Like lots of the other books on this long list, this is very short, under 100 pages, and made up entirely of a relationship that is described to us purely from one side, from a character who calls himself only the narrator. He describes his childhood friend Fanny, their relationship, her idiosyncrasies and contradictions, her inner life, and the ins and outs and development of their relationship and friendship over time. Fanny suffers what seem to be mental health problems that come and go over time, and also she has a lot of hatred at the world and anger, as well as kind of trouble with communicating with people and connecting with other people. But she also feels joy and wonder and excitement at things as well. And all of this is related by the narrator. It's all filtered through him, all of the information that we get about Fanny, and he claims not to understand her and to be trying to kind of get to grips with her as a person through this book and through writing about her. But he also, while doing this, also discusses her intimate inner thoughts in great detail, as if he knows exactly what they are. He is in her head at all times, but he is also constantly surprised by her, and it's this kind of tension and inability to know her totally and completely that sort of keeps him coming back to her and keeps him attracted to her as a person and as a kind of mystery. The narrator is also a writer, and he often describes Fanny as a text that he is trying to kind of decode and interpret. And if she is a text, she is one that we as readers never get fully kind of unfettered access to. It's all mediated through him. And there is a lot in this book about the power and the impotence of words and reading and writing itself. The narrator finds himself and his own purpose through reading, and then through becoming a writer. But for Fanny, it does the opposite, where reading, like the more books she reads, the more she kind of becomes undone. He also tries to help her and kind of make her into what he wants her to be, with his own words, but this doesn't work. To me, it kind of feels like Fanny is an author, and she is putting the text of her own mind, whether willingly or not, sort of out into the world, and it's being constantly scrutinised and picked apart and misunderstood by the narrator in this book, who is her reader. People have no control over how we are represented, and authors also have no control over how their texts and books are read once they exist. This is freeing and exciting and beautiful, but also scary and limiting in its way as well. For Fanny, no book really represents her or understands her or comforts her as they do for the narrator. She's always looking for someone, a person, to understand her and talk to, but she never finds them. This book gave me a lot to think about, and I have been thinking about it a lot since I read it. I've really enjoyed sort of picking it apart a bit. It's written and translated into such an elegant style that feels really timeless. However, I do kind of feel like I got what it was trying to do around the sort of 30-40% mark, and beyond that it kind of felt like it was a bit repetitive and adding unnecessary detail onto something that had already said what it was trying to say. Like, its ideas were very interesting, but once they were sort of set up and laid out for you at the beginning, in the first like half, I think beyond that it didn't really add that much to them. I'm very glad I read it, even though I didn't really enjoy it all of the time. I've more enjoyed thinking about it afterwards than I actually enjoyed the process of reading it. So yeah, complicated feelings about that one, but like I say, overall, glad I read it. It was a good start, but I wouldn't necessarily go out and be like, you need to read this. Like, it's, if it interests you and you think it sounds like your kind of thing, sure. Thank you for joining me for my first review. I will hopefully see you very soon in the next one, which I'm about to film right now.